Mayfield and the Bucs in the wild card round this weekend. It's a rematch of Week 1 where the Bucs came out on top, but the Commanders appear to be a much more formidable team this time around. Baker Mayfield and Jayden had strong seasons, both ranking in the top 10 in completion percentage and passing TDs, with Baker setting a career-high 41 touchdowns. This Sunday features the second postseason matchup between Heisman-winning quarterbacks in NFL history.
Oh.
Shannon, which quarterback do you trust more? Is it Jayden or Baker in the wild card?
Man, this is a tough one here. I'm going to go Baker for the simple fact, I think, because he's played in the playoff before. He's played really well in a playoff game before. And so I just trust him. I know Jayden Daniels is going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's played extremely well getting this team. What they win? 11, 12 games this year. They're a very good football team, very well coached. Dan Quinn is going to get some Coach of the Year considerations, although I think Kevin O'Connell probably should win that award. But with that being said, I just love the way Baker's played. What he's shown me this year, not just this year, but last year being in Tampa, he's found a home. He's found coaches that believe in him. He's always been able to galvanize his teammates. His teammates have always loved him. And so that's the great thing. Your teammates love you, the coaches believe in you, and now the fans appreciate what you do. Man, I think I'm going to go with Baker for all those reasons, because I love what he's done over the last 2 years since he's been in Tampa. He's been in big games before, so I'm going to give the nod to Baker.
Yeah, I agree with you here, Shannon. This is a Baker Mayfield for me, and this is no slight to Jayden Daniels, to your point, who's had a heck of a season, and the Commanders have played extremely well. I think last week when and the numbers speak for themselves: 41 touchdowns, 16 picks. Baker's had a career year. But when he pulled the ball down against the Saints, they were losing the game. And I don't remember who he hit, but he comes and he has this nasty collision with a guy, and he gets up and he's talking trash. And you saw his whole team come to life. It's not just about the X's and O's, y'all. There's something about him. He got something about him right now. And to your point, where Jayden Daniels is, there is no slight. This kid has had a fantastic first year, and his trajectory is going to skyrocket. But where this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is and what they came back from, losing 2 games to Atlanta and still winning the division 4 times in a row. And by the way, offensive line-wise, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, their offensive line is a top 10, probably top 5, honestly, offensive line right now, the way they're playing with Bucky Irving back at running back. All this thing fits to me. I love where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are and the attitude that Baker Mayfield exemplifies.
Can't dismiss anything that y'all are saying. I'm going to go with Jayden Daniels as the answer to this question, but let me say this. We would be doing Baker Mayfield a disservice to just talk about, the good season that he has had. This is a kid that has resurrected his career.
Yeah.
And when you consider the adversity that he had coming out of Cleveland, when he was in Carolina, we thought he was done. His career was probably over. What he has done to turn his career around, his life around, that's a story that at some point in time we're going to be seeing on 30 for 30 or something. I mean, this dude, he deserves a lot more love than we're actually giving him, and we're giving him love now because he deserves it. He really, Baker Mayfield he's been great. But here's why I'm going with Jayden Daniels, the running ability. When we talk about Lamar Jackson, we talk about the dual threat that he is. We mention him, and then we mention Jayden Daniels, who's just a rookie. The man's got 3 touchdowns. He's got 3 game-winning touchdowns on his resume. I mean, when I'm looking at him right now, ranked second in the NFL with 12 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter and overtime, I'm thinking about the 3 touchdown passes coming on the final play of a game. I'm thinking about him being a rookie and putting up the numbers that he has put up, and then you take into account his ability to run with the football. See, when I think about Baker Mayfield, I got to think about Mike Evans. I got to think about cats like that. Not that you ignore McLaurin with the Commanders. I get that. But we've seen Jayden Daniels make plays with his legs when all else failed. It's not that Baker can't do that, Baker Mayfield, because we know he can do it, but not like Jayden Daniels. Not like the Lamar Jacksons, the Jayden Daniels, people like that. It's a different dimension to them. And when I think about the playoffs, I think that's going to be needed. And that's where I am with Jayden Daniels. You're just talking about comparing 2 guys throwing a football, pick it. But the running ability of Jayden Daniels, I think, can bode very, very well for the Commanders
All right.
come playoff time.
Gotta leave
be a
it there.
great game.
It's going to
Great
be great.
game.
That one's Sunday
It's
at
gonna be a
8
great
Eastern.
game.
We got to hit the top of the hour. We got
All right, here we go. The most anxious alliteration in all of broadcasting. It is time for Neek and Zero Fox.
All right,
Given.
there's only one place to start with this particular one. The man who gave Zero Fox.
Oh, yes.
There's nothing to be said for Michael Pierce. Look at this. Watch this. And
It's gonna happen.
I think he fell twice. He looked at that field. He couldn't wait to get down.
Hey, let's just talk about this. He slides like some of them quarterbacks slide. And that's an awful slide. My man never played baseball. Come on, Pierce. You're a better athlete than that right there. Come on.
I love to play, but nothing would have been better than the anticipation.
To run back?
Yeah, come on, running. He gives Zero Fox about our happiness.
They're winning by like 30 points.
He said he was scared to give it up.
Next
He was working on
up,
him.
the season's over. Nothing matters. You know who gives Zero Fox about that? Bryce Young.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing touchdowns all over the place. He's changed. I don't know that I can think of another quarterback that's had a comeback like this. He's running it. He's throwing it. He's showing off in Carolina doing Steph Curry-esque plays in the back of the end zone. This is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Turn around on them fools. They don't give a damn. I love it. This is such a great story. It's so fun to see him playing well, and this team has a really bright future.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, in Dallas, you only got one good player, and it's your kicker. And if he is taken out,
No, I didn't even see that.
all right. So I understand that you guys are watching this and you think this is probably a mistake. No, Brandon Aubrey is incredible. You see how bad a kick that is? That was intentional. I assume that she is out of concussion protocol by now.
I hope so.
Maybe not, because Brandon Aubrey gets Zero Fox about the legendary Dallas Cowboys
I don't know
cheerleader.
how I missed that.
Oh, you didn't even see it?
That was.
Oh, my God.
The camera dude right there, he just turned to make sure he didn't try to knock the ball down.
It's every man for himself on that sideline. She's got her back to it.
Oh, he did. He tried.
tipped it.
He tried.
He tipped it.
He tried.
Oh, God.
Is that Brandon? Brandon moonlighting?
Coming up. Those are the Zero. Said he wants out of Miami. The 8-time Pro Bowler changed his X profile to this.
Which
To be clear, in case anyone doesn't know, that's him photoshopping his face on the body of Antonio Brown on that legendary day where Antonio Brown took himself out of the NFL in a very unique manner. With Tyreek perhaps on the market, Micah Parsons wasted no time, being the first to make a sales pitch, tweeting at Cheetah, "We can be the fastest duo in the league. We also don't have state income taxes."
Like it.
For the record, they don't have those in Florida either, but that's neither here nor there. He might have meant also in that regard. What do we think?
he must not have been watching last off season with the Cowboys. I don't think making a big splash wide receiver signing is on the menu.
They can't even sign their own. They dang sure going out and finding another one in Cowboy
Hey,
land.
keep dreaming there, Micah.
Yeah.
Does he remember that Antonio Brown wasn't saying bye to the team that he was on?
Right.
He was saying peace to the whole league.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that that's the reference that you want to make, but if you want to get out of town, I think that it hasn't worked out there for that team, so they might be ready to move on and get what they can
What
get.
Orlovsky said yesterday, and I sort of agree, is you're not allowed to leave the winner for the money and then complain that we're not winning. You know what I mean? Like you're in Kansas City. They offered you a lot of money.
Right.
You decided to take some.
I disagree with Orlovsky
that.
and you.
Yeah. I don't know what Dan's talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Yes,
nonsense.
you can. Yeah, you can. He went and made a lot of money, and he'll go back. He'll go back to
And
another.
they made the playoffs. He said this is the first year he's ever not made the playoffs in his career.
Inherent in what you guys are saying is, I'm getting paid, but we plan to lose. Like, no. People who are getting paid believe that they are still going to lose. And so if they lose, then they are upset and surprised by it. So, like, I think that you can ask for the money and also expect to win. So it's unfortunate it's not working out.
The Dolphins aren't not good because of him. The kid can.
No
flat
one is
out
saying
play.
that.
Yeah,
I guess my point is, like, he was in Kansas City. I mean.
up there.
Atreus, follow me.